I don't know about you, but that looked like money.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It's been a another busy couple weeks for me. I've been doing a lot of selling on eBay the last week or so now, and that's taken a lot of my time. I spent the week before that going through what I had and what I didn't really care for anymore, and what I wanted to sell. My reason for selling is that there are a couple of bigger ticket items out there that I would like to add, and in order to do that responsibly, I am going to sell some of my collection off to fund these purchases. So that's kind of what I'm doing. And man, selling on eBay, a lot of cards, it takes a lot of time to go through, take pictures if there's no online pictures of them, inventory them on a spreadsheet, excuse me, all that good stuff. So takes a lot of time, but it's going to be worth it for me, I think. I've already sold, I think, 32 cards in 5 days, so that's a pretty good pace. And I've got another batch I'll show right here going out later today. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. A couple big purchases that I want to make. There's actually a few, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. And yeah. eBay, I tell you what, their fees suck. Not gonna lie, but what sucks even more with them lately, and I don't know if any of you have had this experience lately, but eBay authentication is taking a long time. I bought a card on September 23rd that just today shipped back to me. So we're talking 3 weeks about. I normally don't care because I don't buy and flip. I'm not really in a hurry. I know what I have. I know what I have coming. It's just one of those things, like, I don't like the eBay authenticity program at all. I think it's, they sell it as a service to the buyer to make you all feel good. It's kind of like that scene in the movie Tommy Boy about the warranty for the brake pads.
But why do they put a guarantee on the box then?
Because they know all they sold you was a guaranteed piece of shit. That's all it is, isn't it? Hey, if you want me to take a dump in a box and mark it guaranteed, I will. I got spare time.
It's the same thing. I don't like it. It's a more of a CYA for them than it is anything really good for you, unless you're buying, I don't know, the first thing that comes to mind to me is something raw that could be counterfeit or whatever. So that's just my 2 cents. I've never liked it. It's not so much the time it takes to get to me, it's that it adds an extra step in the process to where a card can get damaged, lost, stolen, you name it, delivered to the wrong address. We're adding a shipping step to this whole thing. And man, I want a card, get it to me. I really think it should be an option for the buyer. Either a yes or no when you go to purchase it. Hey, do you want this or not? I think the option should lie with the buyer, but I know why they do it. It's to cover their own ass. That's all it is. And then they spin it to make it sound like it's a service for us buyers, and it's really not, in my opinion. Anyway, that's my. I don't rant very much, but it's been kind of annoying. I've got 2 other cards that still haven't been authenticated. We're going on, I think, 2 weeks now since I bought them. That's another reason why I'm selling, is that I got to fund these purchases as well. They're pretty big ones for me anyway. They're pretty good dollar amounts. So, yeah. Anyway, rant over. The last part of this video, I just want to show you a couple pickups I've had. Again, it hasn't been many recently. It's been here or there, and I'm dipping my toes into another arena. It's not anything I'm going to go crazy with, but it's, I don't know, something I've kicked the tires on for a few months, and I finally decided who I'm gonna, buy, what athlete I'm going to buy, and it's going to be very limited. It's not going to interfere with my football cards at all, at all. Just something a little fun to kind of broaden my collection a little bit. With that being said, let's take a look at the first card, and this is what I'm talking about right here. So here it is, my first boxing card purchase. I'm going to be collecting Joe Louis. I'm not going to go crazy and try to get every Joe Louis card that there is, but there are a handful that I want and that I like, and that's what I'm going to base this little collection on. I'm going to limit it to about 5 cards, and this is the first one I bought. It's a 1938 Joe Louis, and there's 2 versions of this. There's a glossy and a not glossy. They were making variations even back then. This one's the glossy version. It is a little bit more limited in terms of population out there, but it's kind of a cool card. He looks just like a badass in this depiction here. It's not a photo. It almost looks like some sort of a stencil, but yeah. Joe Louis, growing up in Metro Detroit area as a kid, Joe Louis was so revered and talked about, even in the 80s and early 90s when I lived there, that to me that I've got a little bit of an attachment to the Joe Louis name, and that's a big reason why I've decided to collect him. So important in the world of sport, one of the greatest boxers and athletes of all time, and yeah, it made sense for me. I don't see myself going into the caramel or tobacco era in terms of boxing, but who knows? We'll see. This is my first one though, 1938 FC cartilage Joe Louis. It is one of his more important issues that there are, and there are about 4 or 5 more that I want to pick up, and then that's it. I've got a list. I'm sticking to it, and yeah. So there's my first boxing pickup. All right, back to football. I had mentioned quite a while ago now that player runs for me are over. I'm not really doing any right now. But Sid Luckman doesn't have many cards. He's got a 48 leaf, 49 leaf, and this. And such an important quarterback. I think he's very overlooked in the hobby, and probably in the sport of football too. He was the Chicago Bears' greatest quarterback ever and led them to world championships. He was right up there with Sammy Baugh during that time in terms of popularity and greatness and all that. And I didn't have a 50 Bowman. As you know, I loved the 1950 Bowman set, and I needed this one. Air quotes, need. But this is a card I've been looking for a while. It is an older grade 3.5, but it presents much better than that. And the 3.5 is a result of there being a small hairline crease right there in the football. It kind of blends in with the football, to be honest. But yeah, that's why it gets a 3.5. Other than that, it's very nice. It presents very well. And yeah, happy to have it. Look at the color on that. Perfect registration on it too. That's important to me on these 1950 Bowman issues. The print line going across the front isn't there either, and the color is outstanding. So yeah. And my last card to show, I can't stop buying these when they pop up at a good price. I bought another 48 leaf Sammy Baugh. This one is in a CGC2, deservedly so, but it presents again much better. The centering, as you know, on 48 leaf Baughs, centering sucks in a nutshell. This one's pretty well centered. Left to right, it looks almost perfect. Up and down, it's off, but for some weird reason, up and down centering doesn't bother me nearly as much as left to right. Don't know why that is. I'm sure there's a psychology test out there I could take to tell me why I think that. But yeah, this is I'm addicted to this card. It's one of my favorite cards in vintage football. One of my favorite vintage football players, and this one is a maroon jersey. Although you can see, it's really weird. You can kind of see red bleeding out under the maroon. It's kind of like a mix. It just goes to show how bad the quality control was for Leaf in 1948. Here's the back again. Not bad. Centering is off up and down, just like the front of the card is. It's got some corner wear. Pretty good corner ding on the bottom right. But overall, this thing looks great. And might I add, CGC makes the best looking slab in the hobby. I can't be convinced otherwise. They're so crystal clear that cards just look so good in these holders. So good. Maybe one day CGC will catch on. I don't know. I feel that they grade pretty fairly from what I've seen. They're right up there. Values are not, and I paid a CGC2 price for this, which I'm thrilled with. So yeah, another Sammy Baugh added to my collection. I can't quit buying these cards. I have an addiction to the 48 Leaf Sammy Baugh. Yeah, so outside of my rant, things have been going pretty well. Again, selling a lot on eBay. If you want some vintage football cards, look me up on eBay. Lefty Groveland Cards is my seller name on there. Excuse me. Coming up, I've got a couple ideas for videos I'm kicking around. One of them has to do with being, and I hate to use the word content, but being content with the cards that you have and the grades that they are. And I'm going to do a video on that because when I was going through my cards before I was selling on eBay, I looked at some and I'm like, I don't think I'll ever upgrade this. I mean, if I upgrade it, is it going to look any better than what I have? And then I have to pay more for it. I'm not going to do that. And I think I'm going to do a video showing some examples of what that could look like. I think that's going to be the next one I do. I'll probably start putting that together this weekend. But yeah, I hope everybody's been doing great. Sorry for it's been another week and a half since I posted anything. I'm still out there. I'm alive and kicking, enjoying the hobby and having a good time. And I hope you all are too. Have a great weekend, and we will talk soon. See ya.